football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Las Vegas Raiders. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. At the 28-yard.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, it's Carr. He gets this one complete to Bowden. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to get it over the 40 to 42.
Jacobs, the ball.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Far left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Number 38, the ball.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Eckler. They'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got his man in stride, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Kickoff for Jacksonville.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Carr to try again after the pick six. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Jacobs now. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see what the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a ball.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now a play fake. Carr. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Brings up second and long.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Throwing on second and long. Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. These two teams all tied after one. From midfield, here's Carr. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From his own goal line, Darnold. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's third and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Well, that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
4th down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play. First down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Here's Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Carlson for the Raider field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Darnold. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat-trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Ooh, the juke. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On play action, now Carr. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, Eckler. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
And it's third down.
Now Darnold. And it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big tight end holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Play action. Now it's Carr. To the right side, going to be caught by Waller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Yard line, 2nd and 11. Here's Jacobs from the gun. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Is this bringing back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s purple people eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
For the Raiders.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the third time.
Jonathan Abram picks it. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Raiders take over first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Running on first down, Eckler. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Darnold from the gun. Able to find Isabella. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
It's a gain of 6.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. This one caught by Isabella. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. It's Crosby. Drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 9-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Carr. That's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he's out right at the 25. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
No gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Now it's Darnold. On the screen, this is Eckler. Finding room inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Connection made with Chenault. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
And the Jaguar first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold flush to his right. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
A 23-yard attempt.
Lambeau will put this one through, and the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then in the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Raiders, Carr to Waller. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
Got his connection, complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time.
1-yard line.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 33. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to solve this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call.
And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, the way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
shotgun snap for Darnold. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. To the air again, Darnold. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
We got him, boys!
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On 1st down, it's Darnold. That's into the hands of Eckler. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Throwing again is Darnold. That's complete right around the 8. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
And inches at the 1-yard line.
Darnold to throw again. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Las Vegas, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.